n-Goldie. Thank you very much for the mention on your latest video. Hello, it's me again. Is GoPro dead? There's a question. Well, this isn't the video that was supposed to be published today. Video that should have been published today is my ride-out review on the Classic 350 with all the tuning mods I've done, including the Kent Cam. On Thursday, the weather was nice, and I thought, and the sun was shining. I thought, oh, right, I'll get out and do that video. So I got togged up and everything, and put on my new jacket, my Barbour International. And then I got onto the bike, got it warmed up like you do. Set all the angles on the camera and things. And then off I went. Now, the plan was, of course, I didn't want to film the Acorn Road again, because you've seen that loads of times. So I thought I might take a ride out to the villages again, because that always seems to go down quite well. And anyway, I stopped at Acorn Bridge to switch the camera on, you know, like you do. And anyway, it was so cold. I mean, it was about 5 centigrade, and it was quite cold. I know it was quite cold, but I was okay because I was nice and toasty in all my gear. And I went to switch the camera on, and I hit record, and then it shut down. The GoPro did not want to know. It wouldn't fire up, it wouldn't restart, it wouldn't do anything. It was as dead as a blooming doornail. And, well, I started to have a bit of an asthma attack as well, and then after that I thought, you know what, I've had enough, I'm going home. So, anyway, two things happened when I got home. First of all, as soon as the camera warmed up, it started working again. Bloody typical. But I'd already made a decision based on Moto UK's video last week, and also my general difficulties with GoPro. I decided on a new remedy for this year, and that remedy arrived, wouldn't you know it, while I was out riding. Osmo Action 4. Now, the reason I decided on Osmo Action 4 is because various people I know, most notably Ian Hughes, and obviously Moto UK, use the DJIs, and I did a lot about the DJIs and the fact that the mounting system's better, the picture quality and sound quality is better, and a whole bunch of other things better. Now, I haven't actually used the DJI yet because I'm still setting up. I'm still waiting for a couple of bits to turn up and whatnot. But, I mean, already just putting the battery in, switching on, having a quick look, I found immediately the menu on the DJI was a much better thing and much easier to understand. And most importantly, you can't accidentally put it into either slow-mo or time-lapse. Now, as some of you probably know, I've got a couple of time-lapse films on my channel in the archives there, and they were totally unintentional because with the GoPro early on, I accidentally switched it to time-lapse. Now, I don't think that can happen with the DJI as far as I can tell. Now, the other problem I had with GoPro is the app that I use from GoPro for transferring film from the camera to the iPad or the iPhone for processing seems a bit on the clunky side and a bloody nuisance and a bit of a faff. And having said all that, you had to do 2 steps extra that you wouldn't normally have to do, and so it's a bit of a pain in the neck. And also using GoPro's own website, I find that a bit clunky and hard to navigate and whatnot in comparison to the DJI one. So that was another black mark against it that it already... And I think, well, basically, it deciding it was too cold to work the other day was the last straw, really. So anyway, so I'm going to be starting to use the DJI. I'm hoping it's just as easy, or hopefully easier, to transfer the film from the camera to the other devices. So there's that. So, you know, but the other thing that crossed my mind, of course, is if I'm having trouble with GoPro, and lots of other people have reported problems with GoPro with different marks, and the fact that GoPro don't seem to... Well, the 2 things I noticed about GoPro, first of all, they're like a needy girlfriend. They keep pestering me with emails every 5 bloody minutes and trying to sell me the latest GoPro, which I don't actually bloody want. But, I mean, at least 3 times a week I get GoPro blooming emails. So, you know, that's annoying. And the other problem is that, well, as I say, they're getting battery issues with it, which, again, doesn't seem to be as big an issue on other makes. I know, I'm just a bit fed up with it, really. You know, I did try and persevere. I've been using the thing for about a year. Anyway, it's going to be relegated for taking holiday films and in more temperate circumstances. So, like when we're out in Queenie, the van and whatnot, I'll have it all set up for Jackie use. So it won't go waste. It's just not going to be used on the rides anymore, because it's just too much faff. I mean, the first thing I liked about when I saw Moto UK's video on the subject last week, the first thing I noticed was the ease of use of them. The magnetic mount, the fact that it's a fail-safe system where you have to actually make positive actions to remove it and stuff like that. It seems very much a DJI, more belt and braces, and it seems that they probably listen to their customers, because they actually do improve things. They've made their website pretty easy to navigate, and well, it just seems a lot better package. The build quality straight out of the box of the DJI was superior to the GoPro. I could actually feel that the camera casing was actually metal, which was quite good. I like metal. That's after all why I ride Royal Enfields, because everything's made of metal, well, mostly anyway. I know there's 1 or 2 plastic mudguards we had on those, but there's no reason you can't change those for metal items. But on my classic 350, I've got all metal. Which brings us to the subject of 350. Right, I was testing several things on that day. Not the GoPro, weirdly enough, but I was trying out the Barbour International motorcycle jacket, which is really quite nice, and with the correct number of layers underneath, perfectly warm. Now, some of you might say, well, it's not CE approved. Oh, it hasn't got any armour. Well, do you know what? I don't care. You know, when I started riding, we didn't have body armour. We had thick trousers and a stout pair of boots. And if we were lucky and could afford it, we had a motorcycle jacket with maybe some padding on the elbows and shoulder. And I've been riding that way for, well, 45 years. Now, I do, before you lot start calling me a Luddite, I do actually have armoured jeans. I do have a Merlin jacket with a full liner and all the 3DO armour you can shake a stick at and whatnot. But to be quite frank, I find it quite heavy, especially in the summer, and I find it uncomfortable. And the thing is, you know, I remember falling off bikes when I was younger. I have done it, and I used to find that the stout pair of boots and thick trousers, and because you'd have more than one layer on. I mean, it's common sense, keep warm. But the thing is that and the ubiquitous wax cotton jacket, i.e. in those days, either the Barbour International or the equivalent Bell Staff Trial Master, or a myriad of cheap leather jackets, would keep your skin mostly intact. And I've noticed, now I watch a lot of those programmes on TV about the air ambulance and all that sort of thing, and one thing I've noticed from a lot of those things is all these people that have had accidents on there have been wearing body armour. And it seems to me that the uncomfortable body armour hardly ever mitigates broken limbs. So I doubt that a lot of this high-tech armour is as good as it's cracked up to be, because obviously if you're going too fast and you hit something hard, the body armour is going to be a hindrance more than a help in one respect. The body armour, it seems to me, is the only thing it's good for really is to mitigate against abrasion, which is what the whole damn jacket is supposed to do in the first place. And as I say, it's been my experience firsthand that in accidents, the most important two items you can have are a bloody good crash helmet and some bloody good gloves. It amazes me how many people ride without gloves these days. Well, not in this weather, obviously, but during the summer. And it appalls me the number of people riding around in shorts and T-shirt. I've seen quite a lot of that this last summer. I know it gets warm and whatnot, but I mean, if it's getting warm, just put the, you see, what you can do is you can just put your jacket on without any lining or without any other layers. And but you'll still have some abrasion resistance. So that's my view on that. I think sometimes these days we're taught to expect more, we're taught to buy more, we're taught to buy the expensive thing because it's better for you, buy the expensive thing. Well, I think that's a lot of old rubbish. And you can call me a Luddite or has been or whatever, but I don't care. I've been riding 48 years and I know what works. And as I say, I ride Royal Enfields at road legal speeds. And don't say, oh, well, you're an old fuddy. I've ridden at high speed. I was taught to ride at high speed. Police rider training. But despite all that advanced training and stuff and learning to ride at speed and whatnot, I have very definite views. One of my very definite views is we have speed limits for a reason, especially around the villages around here where I live. The speed limits are there for a reason because there's either hidden entrances or tight bends that you can't see and stuff like that. And the number of times I've seen people come a cropper because they haven't obeyed the speed restrictions. Well, it don't bear thinking about, really. A lot of people have killed themselves on the Haddis go down up the road here because they've gone too fast. And they imposed a lower speed limit on there. And it has actually worked. There's been no fatalities on there for a while. So there are reasons. And, of course, at my age, my body can't take the beating it used to take riding at high speed as well. I mean, I just can't do it. And I don't mean to say, I should think, other people, what suits me should suit them. That's not the case. I understand that when you're younger, you have a little bit of excitement and go for it. Let me tell you, I think the best way to get excitement at high speed is on a track day. Now, obviously, I can't do a track day. I'm too bloody knackered for that. But if you've got a high-speed machine, high horsepower on it, don't do it on the road. Go to a track day. Or go to Germany on the autobahns. Like, the number of people who said to me, I got that 100 horsepower bike as I want to go on the autobahns, and they never get the bloody autobahns. They make all sorts of excuses for buying the most expensive, technologically advanced motorcycle going, and sign away half their life for it, and then They say, oh, well, I got it because I want to go to Nuremberg or I got it because I want to go on the Autobahns. Well, there's a couple of problems with that. First of all, the people who say they want to do that never actually get around to doing it because they can't bloody afford to because of the repayments on the super-duper bike. That always make me laugh. And the other thing is on a lot of countries, people always say, oh, well, in Germany, I ain't got the speed limit on. Yeah, but everywhere else in Europe has got speed limits the same as we have. In fact, I believe in Holland, I think the national speed limit's only 60 mile an hour, 62 mile an hour, something like that. So, I can't remember what it is in kilometres. You guys work out, I can't be bothered. But the thing is so some European countries got a lower national speed limit than we have. We've got 70 mile an hour is fast enough for every. And the thing is, you have a 70 mile an hour, you still got idiots going past 100. I mean, what's that all about? They got, these great big cars and bikes out there. I have bikes go past me 100 mile an hour. That annoys me as well because it's giving the rest of us a bad name, You see, back in the day, when I did used to ride fast, there were two factors that were important. First of all, I didn't know the road, and therefore I would choose my road carefully according to traffic and road conditions before I cracked it open. And the other thing is I would always make sure it was somewhere where there weren't any coppers or cameras. Well, of course, that was easy back then. But these days, not so easy. In fact, you're very lucky to find. That was Bugsy. Yeah, Bugsy's getting a bit iffy. Anyway, yeah, he had a good old. Yeah, luckily no drop. You behave yourself, mister. Look, just because you're not on the limelight, stop being a diva. There you go, look. Can you see? That's you. There you go. Yeah, sorry about that. There he's having a moment. He does that sometimes, unfortunately. But he must be reverting to Alley Cat when he's doing that. I don't know. Anyway, where was I? I've bloody forgotten again. Anyway, yeah, that's enough about speed limits, I think. Anyway, speaking of speed limits, I got the because I'm not in the quest for speed, as you know, I'm in the quest for torque. Anyway, the bike worked as advertised. I was able to do an overtake on the slip road, and the bike rides just the same as it does straight out of the crate. You can bimble along and chug along quite happily, same as you could before the mods. But now it's got all the stage 3 tuning on it. When you do need to get it to lift its skirts, you just crack that throttle open and it takes off. It still doesn't go faster than 73 mile an hour, but it'll get to 73 mile an hour a lot quicker. And most importantly, with all that there extra torque that's available. Oh, by the way, the torque's somewhere equal to the Triumph speed, but about 27 Newton metre or whatever it was. Or was it foot-pound? I can't remember. Again, you'll have to go look that up. But anyway, the torque figures are now somewhere near what the new Triumph is. So, go figure. But anyway, the quest for torque, mission accomplished. It should now climb like a mountain goat up hills. The only thing is I've got to go to Norwich to go find some mills. Or one or two other places. There are a couple of places I know. But anyway, as I say, the mission was cut short Thursday, so you're going to have to wait a bit longer for that video. Because I'm going to have to go out and shoot it all again. Because I didn't have any footage. But, yes, it did. It has transformed the way the bike accelerates up through gears. You can, and as Tiger Ness said, it gets to the rev limiter a lot faster. There's still this question of whether putting a Hunter throttle body on will definitely get rid of the speed limit. I have seen one or two things that may suggest this is so, but still, I haven't yet seen a video proving it. you know, somebody taking out a private road and getting a shot of the speedometer and whatnot, but we shall see. So watch your space as far as that's concerned. Because if it turns out that that can be done, then I will do that, notwithstanding what I said about speeding before. Just that it will make the engine be the way it was supposed to be. As you can see, my winter beard is now coming back in, which is nice. I've got my best hat on today. And I'm trying out a new set of base layer things that I bought from Trespass in Sheringham. And so far, these thermal things are quite nice. So I shall let you know on that as well. The other thing I'm looking at is the crease heated vest for next year. A lot of the chaps, Ian, Hughes, Silver Fox Travels, and various other people have been trying these vests out. Now, if you go to Ian Hughes' channel, he's done a full unboxing and then test rides videos of the crease gear and the socks and stuff like that. And also Silver Fox Travels did a video recently where he had just a walk around the woods. Is it walk around the woods? It was a walk around somewhere he did in the freezing cold and with just the crease vest on, and he said that's good as well. He did it with a battery pack, and I suspect that might be the option I go for. I'm still at the moment trying to find myself some RST Paragon gloves. I keep running out of bloody things, so I haven't had much luck there. Hopefully they'll come back soon. If some of you, I do know one or two of you, have been trying to get the Kent cam from Hitchcock's, and they are currently not got them on the shelf. The thing to do when you go on Hitchcock's, if you find they're out of stock on something, there's a little box on the the page of whatever the item is, and you can actually register to get an email sent to you when they get it back on the shelf. And I would suggest to avoid disappointment that you do that. And because for some reason, I don't know why, but these cams are selling like hotcakes. There might be something in it. So anyway, there you go. And anyway, just before I go, I'd like to say thank you to Ian and Moto UK for Ian Hughes, that is, and Moto UK for giving me all the gen on the DJI cameras. I'd like to say thanks to my friend Bruce, Ghost Rider Scotland, for being there for and a help. And also we had a good old chat the other day, which is nice. And thank you very much, Bruce, for doing all the bonus trains. Aren't you lucky living where you do with the train spotting? Gets all the Class 66s. It gets all the blooming Blue Pullmans and all sorts there. Cool. Blimey. Really good. Anyway, that's it for this little fill-in video. This was not meant to be the video. This is not the video it was meant to be. But I can assure you I will get back to you with this blooming ride video at some point. Anyway, I'll catch you all later. So until the next time, ta-ta.